So I've always been a bit of a gadget and a gizmo geek, and that pretty much got me into cameras and stuff. And because I was always recording stuff and TikTok came along and things like that, then I ended up starting this motovlogging nonsense, which some of you seemingly follow me for, so thanks for that. But the more I've been doing this, the more I've wanted to get the kit that's right for me and right for the use. And then lots of people start asking me, going, oh, what's your setup on your bike and what do you have? And whenever I go online and I look at like reviews and stuff for camera kit, all the reviews that come up are from professional vloggers, aren't they? From like professional photo vloggers and things like that, that they've obviously got deals with the kit. I was looking at this new DJI Neo, and all the reviews out there, like the Neo's literally been out a week, and all the new reviews are from people that have had it for like 30 days, and I'm like, you're all in the back pocket of these camera companies, aren't you? You can't slag it off if it's shit, because they won't give you any more free gear in the future. So this review is about a 360 X5, which I've just bought myself. It's not sponsored, I have no affiliation to them. If it's a bag of shite, I'm sending it back, and if it's mint, I'm going to tell you. So stick around for an honest review. The easiest bit of kit that I like to use is what you're watching now and what I'm recording the sound through. This is a DJI Action 5. This is pretty much, in my opinion, the best action camera I've ever seen, and I've been through a dozen GoPros. The microphone, the Mic Mini, which I'm recording on now, and I've had the Mic 2, just links up with it seamlessly. It's on a little magnet inside my helmet. It's just a really easy bit of kit to sort of have on your helmet as sort of like that security, that dash cam. You're only worrying about charging up two things when you get home from work, and you've always got your microphone if you want to chat nonsense, make some funny videos, but then you've always got like a really good quality image. Now this DJI Action 5, I reckon I can get like a 2-day commute on it. I generally always top the battery up like at the end of the day, but I reckon I can go 2 days, probably about almost like 3.5 hours without charging it, which I think is pretty awesome. I've never seen a GoPro even get close to that. So if you're looking for an action cam, then I would definitely recommend the DJI Action 5 at the moment. It's the best bit of kit. But what I tend to do is I tend to hold on to a camera as long as I can until there's a big jump. Like I never did that by the iPhone 8, by the iPhone 9, by the iPhone 10. I would always go from like the 8 to the 11 and go, because I wanted to get it and go, whoa, this is awesome. So I'm currently still rocking a 360 X2, and believe it or not, we're on X5, so I'm due an upgrade. I've done myself an upgrade, and that's what this review's all about. So this X2, which you can see there, battery's flat in a minute, hilariously, I use as a dash cam. I just put it on, I forget about it, I press record. I sometimes get some footage off it, which I'll share on social media, such as like this when I'm riding my bicycle. It's pretty good footage, and I've linked a microphone up to it really seamlessly to record as well. I'll get footage like this when I'm on the motorbike, which I think is pretty decent, but I've never sort of like thought that it was like impressive footage. It was always like decent for a 360 camera, and you could do impressive stuff, but I would always look at the image quality and just go, yeah, it's not that great. So I tend not to use it that much. I did do this ride with George and got all this sort of footage. I think we went to Blackpool Illuminations, and then we did a ride where we had silly helmets on, so I got this footage. So I do think it's a good bit of kit to have a 360 camera, but now they seem like you could potentially do away with this one and just go full on 360, because the X5 connects to your microphones, the battery life on it is amazing, and I think it could be a bit of a game changer. Now I was waiting for the DJI 360 to come out, because I'm a DJI fanboy now, but when it came out I was a little bit disappointed that they hadn't got the lens changeability that the X5 has. The fact that you can unscrew the lens and screw on a new lens if you scratch it or damage it for 30 quid was just game changing for me. So I went ahead and jumped into the X5. So when I get home later on tonight, I'm going to unbox it, and over the next week I'm going to show you some footage with the X5. I'll give you some day-to-day, what it's like to work with, what it's like to use, how easy it is to get a video off it and put it onto your social media, and whether or not it's a one-piece camera, because it is a lot of money, or whether if you are getting into like motor vlogging or making bike videos or any videos at all, whether it's something that you should have in your kit, because it is an expensive bit of kit, isn't it? Right, so more proof that I'm just an absolute massive geek. I'm recording this section on these Meta glasses that I've got, because I couldn't be bothered setting up like a POV camera, and these are just as good a quality, to be honest. So, like I said earlier on in the video, the idea of this is that I'm going to spend a few days, maybe even up to a week, just recording bits and pieces, just so that you can sort of get to see what sort of quality and what difference you get from this. I still think I'm going to end up using the X5, not the X5. I think I'm still going to end up using the DJI camera, which I use on my helmet, because it's just so convenient. And then I don't know whether this is going to be like a fun camera that I use for making videos with the family, or whether it does sort of sit on my bike permanently as a dash cam. I love it when you move up in tech in a big increment. So going from the X2 to the X5, hopefully I'm going to see like a real improvement in quality. There's definitely an increase in size. So you would sort of hope that that extra size and weight, because that's a decent camera, it's a lot more tech in here. Battery life is better. Imagery should be a lot better. Yeah, we'll see whether this is a worthwhile purchase or a 500-600 quid regret. Right, so I'm going to do my first video with the 360 camera on here now. So mounted it in exactly the same place that I mounted my old 360 camera. So I'm not going to be clever and start showing you some amazing shots from this, and I'm just going to do standard sort of like for like at the moment. So seems sort of size wise alright, not much difference, although it is a little bit bigger. It's not like really like in your face or anything like that. Pretty simple to mount, and then I quite like that, boom, just press this button here and off we go. I don't know whether that screen's going to go off automatically. It did on the other one, but I haven't messed around with the settings because I want to just sort of plug and play here and let you know how well it works, really, because I think that's important to bikers. You don't want something that you're having to faff about with, do you? If you're using it like as a commuter, as like a dash cam, you just want to be able to sort of mount it to your bike, turn it on and press record. Looks like I'm watching telly. I'll be telling someone off for this. Oh, you got your fucking telly on your dashboard there, mate. On in Tesco. Oh, what a beautiful morning. There you go. Screen's gone off on its own after probably about 30 seconds, so still got a little flashing light at the bottom, flashing red, that says that it's on and recording, which is what the other one did, so I like that, so I can just ride around oblivious knowing that my dash cam's got me covered. So I'm talking to you there. Maybe it's clipping a little bit. I'm probably going to have to be quiet, not too loud, not too shouty, to get some decent audio. But I'm going to ride home now and see if I can get anything I can use. I would vlog as I normally do. and we'll see what sort of content I get, or whether I have to completely re-record this whole video. Now, if this picks the microphone up pretty well, I reckon it would eliminate the necessity for having one of these here, which is probably a little bit silly and a bit clunky, isn't it? Like, if you could get the same sort of quality of vlogging, if that's what you want to use it for, while your camera also being a 360 dash cam, I think that's pretty awesome, isn't it? That is pretty much a one camera fits all, isn't it? I of course think you should have 7 cameras, because why not? They're awesome. More options. But yeah, if you're looking for a one camera fits all, if this sound quality is pretty good and I can just sort of go, oh, look at that family there, and then zoom round, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, mind you, I can probably just turn my head. Yeah, really expensive. Oh, bear with me here, because I don't know whether this is going to work. I might spend the next 10 minutes getting some footage and come back inside and it'd be rubbish. So I'm trying to show you whether you can use this camera as like an all-encompassing camera, because it's 600 quid. I made a video the other day when I was like going, oh, I'm not sure how much it's like, and then I double checked how much it was. It was 600 quid. So for 600 quid for me, it's got to do everything. It's got to be amazing, because unless you got like money to burn, which I haven't, 600 quid is a lot of money. So last night I watched some of the footage of riding home, and what I'd done is I rode home and I connected the camera up to the microphone which I've got on here now, inside my helmet, and it sounded pretty awesome. It actually sounded better than the Action 5 that I normally sort of vlog with, so I was like really impressed, and didn't have to do any sound settings or anything like that. So it made me actually think that you could potentially use this camera as just a one camera. So if you were like, the reason that I didn't make the upgrade up to the X5 from the X3 is because using this X3, when I had it, every time I got the footage back, I was like, I was never mega impressed. I was always impressed with the cleverness or the gimmick of it being a 360 camera. But the footage quality was never like massively impressive. So I tended to just fix it to my bike here, and I just used it as a dash cam. I'll leave that in. And I just used it as a dash cam. I just thought it was always there. Every now and again, I'd like stick it on a pole, and me and George, my son, who was on the back, we'd get some cool shots. But I was never overly impressed with the footage. Whereas this thing is massively impressive. So if you've got a lot of money, this thing is just good as a piece of kit to have in your arsenal, as to like just different shots throughout the videos that you're making. But actually mounted to my headset here, and connected to a microphone, I could use it as a vlogging camera. I actually made a video last night and posted it. Now, as a 600 quid vlogging camera is a lot of money, especially when you think that this is the DJI Action 5. This linked up to a microphone will probably cost you about 350 quid now. This is the bee's knees. This is all you need if this is the absolute dogs. This kicks any GoPro's ass I've ever seen, and I've had a lot of GoPros. This is pretty amazing. But if you've got a little bit more money and you want to have the 360 shots and everything, but you can only afford like one camera, if you can stretch to this 360, I'm thinking that this could be a one-hour camera. But based on the footage that I saw last night, as lucky as I am that I can have a few bits of kit, I'm really impressed so far. I did a little like 360 shot as I went under a bridge. I'm hoping that this works now, because if this works now, then if I'm making videos and I'm doing some work on my bike, I don't have to keep picking the camera up and moving it around. I'm connected to a microphone. I can just do the bits and pieces that I want to do. Don't have to worry about reframing the shot, and if I wander over here, I can follow myself, or if I wander over here, I can follow myself back here. So yeah, I think that this thing has got the potential that if you can stretch to it, but you can only afford one camera, I think this has got the bee's knees. But yeah, I'm going to have to see. I'm going to edit this first. So this is why I think that you should always have lots of cameras, because now I'm in a position where I want to talk about my DJI Action 5 and how I connect it to the front of my helmet, but I'm having to use my DJI Action 5 to record this thing. So yeah, you're just going to have to imagine. So there's no question, this is the absolute dog's bollocks. The jump from having the X2 to the X5 is remarkable. Like, I think I called it the X3 a couple of times in one of my videos, but I'm not here like professionally trying to make a video. I'm just trying to sort of share my experience of this product. So I'm not going to go back and re-edit it or re-record it or anything. But if you're looking to get a 360 camera, this X5 is outstanding, and that price tag is huge, but it is phenomenal quality. And the fact that I can mount this on the front of my bike, connect this microphone to it, and then vlog. So effectively, if you only want one piece of kit that you want to be able to sort of get random quality creative shots with and get your motor vlogging in, then this thing is the bee's knees. But if you're in a position where you can afford to have it as an extra, I would say have it as an extra, because as good as it is at sort of sitting there and recording the voice, I actually felt that the microphone sounded better on the X5 than it did on my DJI Action 5, but that's because I've just done nothing in the setup. I've done nothing behind the scenes. The only thing I might put on this is a filter. I might adjust the contrast a little bit if there's anything that you can't see, but I've not spent a load of time sort of setting up microphones. I wanted to do this where you just literally just turn it on and start recording. And this has just been exceptional for that. And the quality that I've got without having to sort of raise and lower the gain or look at settings, I've just gone into it and gone 5K, bosh, started and got some amazing footage. So this thing is amazing. If you've got the money, by all means, I think get one. If you're looking for a 360 camera, I would say save up for this one if you can't afford to get it outright, because it is the best by far. I have looked at all the specs and everything and the side-by-side comparison with the DJI 360 camera, and like I said, I am a DJI fanboy. I would still go for this one, because the fact that you can replace those for 30 quid, just unscrew off and screw on the new ones, is game changer. Because on my X2 I did drop it and scratch the lens, and it was useless. It was useless without it, and I think it cost me 180 quid to get the lenses replaced. So maybe it's a little bit expensive, but the fact that you can change the lenses just has it for me over the DJI, over the 360 DJI. This is the great bit of kit. But if you're watching this and either you've not got the money or you just want to go one camera, there is no question in my mind that if you just want to do motor vlogging or just capture your rides, having a helmet mounted action camera is the best thing to do. And if you want the best action camera out there, go for the DJI Action 5, pair it with a mic, it goes inside your helmet, it's really good, you get some great footage. Don't spend a fortune on the posh chin mounts. That's a 10 quid Amazon jobby, does the job. But yeah, ride safe. Hope you like this video. Oh, that smashed that subscribe nonsense. Yeah, see you later.